Alright guys, welcome back. It's been a few days since I wet sanded and washed it, but we're ready today. I hope to go ahead and do some polishing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to compound everything first, and then I'm going to go back and polish everything. So we're going to start right back here on the back side of the roof. You can see in that light right there how bad it is. And then once we get the back side done, I'm gonna move my thing out and put it in the front where I can get the front side of the roof, and then I'll do the sides. But you really want to start with about 1.5 by 1.5 area. Get it where you want it, and then go to the next area. And I'm gonna try to follow Junkman's 2000 technique and see if I can duplicate his results. But you can see the roof is much worse than the side. Let's shine some light on it. The side is very fine. It almost sparkles in the light, especially this gray. Now the blue's a little bit worse down here, but it ain't worse than the top. The top had a lot of orange peel in it. So I'm gonna set you up where you can maybe see, put you over here on this ladder, and we'll go from there. And I'll show you what it looks like as I complete each section, or maybe I'll just fast forward it through all the compounding and just show you what it looks like after I get done. Well, I'll show you what it looks like after I get done compounding. Hopefully I got enough battery to continue shooting this thing. Alright, so what I'm using is, I always thought McGuire's, but it may be MacLeod's, but it's the M105 Ultra Cut compound. And I got to get my extension cords for this here. Alright, so first time ever doing this. I've got the quarter cable X7424XP, which is one of the best random orbital polishers out on the market. Harbor Freight sells one very similar. They had them on sale for 70 bucks. I got this for 120. I don't know if there's that big a difference in it. I've also got some Gary Dean's Infinite Use Detail Juice. We won't need a whole lot of that. And I always want to shake the polish up. I'm going to start where I can easily get to, just to see if this thing's going to work. Because I put a 5-inch back pad on here, and this counterweight's designed for 6-inch. And I've got a 5-inch counterweight ordered, but it ain't here. Pull the top off this polish, and we want 4 piece-sized stuff. I'm gonna knock this shit off because this table's rocking. To start with, we want 4 piece-sized things here, and you're gonna set it to a number 5 setting. All right, and I'm not sure what's gonna. Get me a little air there, and I'm gonna turn it on. So prime the pad, and this stuff, I'm gonna not talk much because this stuff dries quick. So now I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna get a little squirt of detail juice on here. I can tell there's vibration in this thing. I can tell already big difference. I'm gonna wipe this down. I still see a good bit of orange peel on here, but it ain't near as bad as it was. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one more time. Since my pad's primed, I don't need 3 drops. I really need to get this cable shoulder here. Ah, don't you fall. Damn rocking thing. Wouldn't be so bad if this cap didn't bop in. I am getting hot. Wipe this polish off. I'll let you look see what it looks like just with the compound. And I can really already see a huge difference. So as you can see, this is where I hadn't done it. And this is where it has been polished. And you can still see a little bit of ripple in it. You can kind of see how the light's a little more defined here than here. And we'll be able to compare when I polish. You ought to be able to see that light pretty clearly when I polish. So we're going to keep at it and continue on. I got to turn this fan around because I'm about to die in here. It's going to be 90 today. So. Alright guys, I'm done with the 105 compound, and I don't think it turned out too bad. Shine a little light on it where you can see it. You can see it. Still see a little bit of orange peel. Might not have got this area right here too good. Up through here don't look too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to the polishing. And I'm going to polish with the white polishing tab. And requires 205 ultra finishing polish. Basically the same steps as before. Got 4 beads of polish on the pad. Pad should be primed, ready to go.
I can see the sweet sun pouring down in the strawberry sky. Tall grass dancing down by the St. John's riverside. And I can see Maggie running through the fields full of wild. A free spirit living a beloved life. I've been daydreaming about the South, appreciating those days. Growing up in Madeline, a blessed world in the Southeast. I remember running barefoot, well aware of sand spurs. Sitting on the park bench, working on guitar chords. I'm still enchanted by the legendary fantasy electric brunettes. How they would render me helpless by the way that they dressed. I've been daydreaming about the South, appreciating those days. Growing up in Madeline, a blessed world in the Southeast.
So here's where I polished, and I mean, you can still see a ton of little orange peel, just a ton of it. This thing should, I mean, that light should look perfect in here. I don't know if I need to go back and wet sand this some more. So this is where I haven't polished. You can see it looks like big orange peel here, but it almost looks wet. And let's see, I polished all this. I don't know. Probably could stand going back and wet sand again and then polishing all again, but I'm not gonna fool with that. This is not gonna be a show car finish. I'm not worried about it. If I owned a show car finish, I would have given somebody $5,000–10,000 to paint this thing. So anyway, I'm gonna finish up this and do the front and the sides, and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, I'm done with the polishing. I don't think it turned out too bad. It ain't perfect, but I can see every imperfection in this thing, and I know most people won't. They won't see the imperfections like I do, so I'm not gonna beat myself up over it. But I think it turned out pretty good. Shined up pretty well. Gray, the blue shines a lot more than the gray, but you can see the camera in the gray. And you can't see those streaks, I don't think. At least you can't in here. Maybe you could out there in the daylight. I don't know. I mean, it shines like it did when it, you know, like right in here, shiny. And the only thing I can tell a big difference is when I wet sand it. I can tell that the wet sanding is cleared up. The you know, the dullness is cleared up, and it's back shiny like it was when I first sprayed the clear on it. And of course, overspray. But overall, as much work as I put in this cab, I'm pretty satisfied. I can't wait to get it on the frame and get started putting stuff back in it, and get started on these doors and other parts to get this thing back together. So I think the big hurdle as far as getting the truck where it can run, about 30% of it is done now. Now the rest of it is putting all the electrical back in it and all that stuff, and getting the front clip and doors and hood painted. You know, and the bed, you know, I climbed up in here, so I made a mess, but the bed is not the big hurdle on getting this thing running. I can get the truck running without the bed, so I'm not worried about the bed. The bed is going to be a job in and of itself. But what I think I'm going to do is, when I get done painting this stuff and getting it cleared, I'm just going to go ahead and mount it. And then I'm going to come back, when I get the front clip and all on it, I'll come back and buff everything out good. And because I don't think I'm going to sit here and buff every piece and then try to mount it, because it's going to get scratched up. So we're going to get it mounted and then buffed. And anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I love this blue paint. If it was metallic, it'd even be better, but it's not metallic. But it's almost the color of my Silverado, except my truck's metallic. And I've always been partial to dark blues anyway. But anyway, guys, appreciate you watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe if you haven't.